So good afternoon, everybody. If I was in my country, if I was in Rwanda, I would say this is technology. So it is everywhere, like plastic pollution. So I'm coming from far, and I would like to thank you very much for associating my country to this big event, specifically for these challenges to fight plastic. And as I was saying, my predecessor, His Excellency, was showing you the impact of plastic pollution in Africa. So I was saying that my country, very small country, and very populated, more than 10 million people living on natural resources. There it was very important for our country to think how to deal on this issue of plastic. Most of you who knows Rwanda, you know Rwanda as a country where genocide took place, where more than 1 million people died during 100 days. So after genocide, we're thinking, how can we build this nation? How can we bring people together, but also how can we as a country having sustainable development? And we started by thinking, putting in place policies, a policy specifically basing our economy on natural resources. We have a Vision 2020, which was in place in 2000. But also, coming to these environmental issues, we have put in place an environmental policy in 2003, and our constitution recognized in Article 3 that every person living in Rwanda has the right to live in a safe environment, but at the same time, you have the responsibility to protect it. So the law on environment was put in place in 2005, and later on the agency I'm heading was in place in 2006. Now, why plastic bag? Why plastic? Why this war? When you are a small country after genocide, everybody was saying, are you laughing? Can you fight plastic? All over the world, everybody is using plastic. Why do you want to ban plastic bags? But we have done an assessment. I don't want to come back. All of you have demonstrated, have learned a lot actually from this workshop. Plastic is in our land. Plastic is in our body, as we are saying. Is the body of our animals. If we want sustainable development, why are we repeating the same mistakes like others have been done? So we came up by doing what we have community work, and we have managed to bring our policy makers, starting by the president. We went around everywhere, and we started by collecting plastic bags, and it was huge. Everywhere, every corner in schools, in the land. So they came up by saying, this is not sustainable. We have to do something. So we started by raising awareness and bringing everybody on the board in schools, radio programs, working with private sector, and finally, we managed to stop. And in 2008, we came up with a law. But before arriving there, plastic bags are used, as everybody knows, packaging, everything. So we said, we cannot stop. We are a poor country. There is no alternatives. So we have adopted reduce, recycle, and reuse. But private sector, how are you going to bring them on the board? We want to export. We want to send things in America. And if we don't package properly, we don't have a market. So that is the real challenge we do have. Our guest coming, because through our vision, we would like to manage sustainably our resources for income generation. We have tourists coming in Rwanda. So they are coming with plastics. What are we going to do? You people, what are alternatives? So we started by working with associations, women, and are making bags in cotton, in biodegradable materials. So we went to the airport, we salute people, please, could you help us? And we take their plastic and we give them, raising awareness, and finally, it is working. So, in 2008, this is where we have passed our legislation, and our parliament have accepted to pass it. And private sector, even in homes, everybody's appreciating. Rwanda, we have got a prize. In 2008, UN Habitat has given a prize to our city, the most clean city in Africa, which is Kigali, our capital. But it is not easy. I used to meet my ministers, policymakers, saying, you Rose, how? How are you going to be able to ban those? What are alternatives, as I was saying? But I think we have political will, leadership. This is key. And working with everybody, bringing everybody on the board, as everybody was saying here in this room, making sure that everybody has a say. Because when we passed the law, it was not easy. We have been discussing with private people. Look, this country, we have to keep it green, to keep it clean, to keep it safe, but with wealth. Why? Why people are coming in Rwanda, not in Congo, not in Uganda? At least when you are poor, when you have to make a choice. When you are clean, it is possible. We have been bringing everybody, specifically people on law enforcement, police, at the borders, because people are trying to smuggling. So we have to have them on the board, and finally, it is working. And the decentralized bodies, local government is the one who is responsible for the implementation. So, thank you so much for your attention. Thank you for your attention. Maybe I would like to invite you one day in Rwanda, if it is possible, to come and see. Second, we have been awarded also in environmental protection. We have been restoring a wetland which was completely degraded. We have lost, at that time in 2020, megawatt of electricity. And we were spending $65,000 a day to buy diesel. And we don't have petrol in our country. So we managed to bring policymakers, telling them, you people, this is the bill. Either you protect the environment and we restore, or you continue to degrade, and this is the bill. So now, global movement, World Wetland Network, have awarded Rwanda 26 last month for restoring a green award. So this is also another success story. It is not easy. Environment is a choice. This is between direct interest and sustainability. If Rwanda has managed to achieve that, there is no reason. You can vote, as you were saying, and you can choose. It is our human being to be responsible for what we do. Thank you.